Hey, what's up? We're gonna be watching a video about the unhealthiest restaurant in America. Just the heart attack grill. I kind of know what the restaurant is about. I know you gotta like slap if you don't finish your food, but I don't know all the details and all the stuff. And we're gonna check it out.
When John Basso first opened the Heart Attack Grill, he had no idea that serving the world's unhealthiest menu would come with so much controversy.
Wow, we're gonna start great. What do you mean the word unhealthiest food is controversial? What do you mean by that? That's just telling me that beating someone up on TV is controversial too. Huh? What is wrong with this world?
Countless lawsuits, an avalanche of bad press, and multiple heart attacks on the premises.
I mean, it's the name of the restaurant. No. It's in the name, Heart Attack Grill. I guess it's part of the marketing.
At opening the Heart Attack Grill in 2005, Basso owned 3 different exercise gyms over a 12-year period, where he'd advise clients on their dietary and exercise needs, as well as on techniques of caloric reduction. However, he felt this was an untruthful line of work, stating, "It's disgusting because you're promising people things that are outside their genetic possibility. Instead of being a slimy, crooked, dishonest peddler of health and fitness services, I would actually launch a hamburger concept that would be absolutely honest, and that's the only guiding principle."
What is this guy talking about? Let me check it out again. Let me see again. Okay. It's disgusting because you're promising people things that are outside genetic possibility. Like what? You're promising that they're gonna grow a third arm? You're promising, hey. Oh, there's a bike outside now. You're promising, hey, if you eat this, do this amount of exercise, you will lose weight. And yeah, it's not something. It's not a lie. Basically, it's not a lie. Calorie income and exercise. If you make sure to check it, you can like get thin, get buff. You're not gonna be like Chris Bumstead, the C-Bum, eating 2 apples a day or something. But it's not something that's like completely impossible. It's not like you can get like buff or something. What is this guy talking about? I don't understand his point. I don't understand his point. What do you mean outside of genetic possibility? What are you promising? Why is it disgusting? Give me one, make it look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah, that is impossible. But why you decide to stop with like your gym stuff, your calorie income, and go, hey, I'm gonna kill people. Heart attacks. What is the thought process behind all of this?
Instead of being a slimy, crooked, dishonest peddler of health and fitness services, I would actually launch a hamburger concept that would be absolutely honest.
Instead of like working for you to get healthy, I'm gonna kill you. That's completely honest. Way more honest than like opening a gym or something. What is wrong with this guy?
And that's the only guiding principle.
Hey, this is bad for you, and it's gonna kill you.
The first Heart Attack Grill in Arizona featured a front door sign reading, "Caution, this establishment is bad for your health," before they'd later add "cash only because you might die before the check clears." Inside, they'd proudly display the catchphrase "taste worth dying for."
It sounds like marketing, not like you're actually trying to kill these people. You are trying to kill them. I saw that burger, like 80 patties, like 40 something bacons. You're gonna kill someone. And it looks like marketing, but no, you're actually trying to kill them.
However, the most insane piece of signage was without a doubt this, reading, "Anyone over 350 pounds eats for free all day, every day, unlimited," with the only rules being no taking food to go, no sharing with others, and does not include beverages, although this wasn't the only unlimited service offered by the restaurant.
Instead of a salad bar, there's an all-you-can-eat flatliner fries bar.
To serve the free meals, Basso took a tip from Hooters by hiring a bunch of sexy nurses, with a theme of honesty also extending into the job application process, with questions such as whether the applicant has an innie or outie belly button, who would they have a hot one-night stand with, their opinion on certain conspiracy theories, and a comment stating, "No one gives a damn about your academic achievements, but if you want to bore us with them, go right ahead."
What the fuck is wrong with this guy? Everything is like absolutely... He's insane, he's absolutely insane.
As the head of the restaurant, John spends every day dressed as a doctor, stating, "We promote nicotine, alcohol, caffeine, fat, cholesterol, sodium, all the building blocks of a quality, healthy, good time."
This guy's absolutely crazy. You can smoke in here, you can drink, you can die in here, and we want you to die in here.
With these insane statements leading to his first appearance on a local news station.
There is a restaurant in Tempe where the food is so rich they call their big burger the quadruple bypass. Not everybody thinks that's funny, least of all the
Bypassing from this life to the next. What is wrong with this guy?
Arizona Board of Nursing.
The news story then stated that the American Nursing Board had received 5 or 6 complaints about them calling their waitresses nurses. However, 5 or 6 complaints was a small price to pay, given the story was basically free advertising.
All right, so if you want to bypass, of course, the good kind, now you know where to go. It's called the Heart Attack Grill.
This then turned into further news coverage, where John explained the other ways in which the restaurant might kill you.
We don't do Diet Coke. We don't do light beers. We don't even provide lettuce on our burgers.
With the unique approach beating all of their competitors.
John, this is creating a fire.
Alright, had to do a small pause in here, but I'm back. I have returned. Let's see this crazy mother trucker.
Lettuce on our burgers.
With the unique approach beating all of their competitors.
John, this is creating a firestorm. I have a feeling this is just what you wanted.
Well, I can't say that I don't enjoy the publicity.
No, this dude just wants to see the world burn. He wants to see people die and see the world burn. He's the Joker, but he looks like Lex Luthor. You see, because he's bald.
Definitely does pack the seats in the restaurant. We've been so lucky as of recently, our web traffic exceeds McDonald's.com.
After noticing that media stories help the business grow, that attempt to set the Guinness World Record for the world's unhealthiest burger, achieving
I thought it was gonna be the world record for the most people dead in a restaurant.
such with the 9,982 calorie quadruple.
That's like a few days worth of food, right? Right?
Bypass burger, although this gluttonous piece of food would be served with a side of tragedy. The Heart Attack Grill had introduced a spokesperson named Blair River, who at 6'8", 570 pounds appeared in all of the restaurant's ads.
I don't know how much that is, but sounds heavy.
I'm up another few inches. Who needs these old pants? I could eat for free.
In a 2011 news report, Blair talked about feeling incredibly healthy.
This is good stuff. Everyone should be modern sized like myself.
However, he passed away before the interview even aired.
Sadly, we now know how long that was. Blair died last week at the age of 29. His family says the cause of death was pneumonia.
Even in death, the Heart Attack Grill maintained their brutally honest branding.
Had he have been thinner, he most probably would have survived that pneumonia.
And you helped kill him, dude. Oh, come on, man. I try to think of a dumb comparison. Okay, okay, let me think about it. Like selling cigarettes to a dude with cancer. Like, yeah, it's not your fault the dude has cancer, but it's your fault that you gave him more cigarettes to kill himself faster. Something like that, I don't know.
Aren't you glorifying obesity, which obviously kills?
Absolutely.
With Basso taking
What the fuck's wrong with this dude? He's a psychopath. He's insane. He's a Joker.
this even further in a different interview.
If they do die here, I'm not going to lie to you. That's great for business. I'll say it again. Death is great for business at the Heart Attack Grill.
He's the most generic supervillain I've ever seen. He actually exists. It's like the most cliche supervillain. It looks like one, but he's actually real. What the frick?
Though the media's goal of discrediting the founder only did the opposite. It's actually refreshing to see someone so painfully honest. The owner is great.
Refreshing? Yeah, I'm gonna kill you, but I'll be honest about it. These are the same people that glorify serial killers.
He makes no apologies, nor should he. You can't blame him for people doing this to themselves. It's impossible to hate this guy because he's being 100% honest.
You can be honest and be an asshole. Like this dude.
In a different interview, Basso showed his more compassionate side by stating, "Cynical people might think this, River's death, is funny, but people who knew him are crying their eyes out. There is a lot of mourning going on around here. You couldn't have found a better person. Even if he was skinny, we would have given him the job. We would have just put a fat suit on him. He just had personality, as did the restaurant's next spokesperson, Ernie Hart, who wouldn't last long either, although for a slightly different reason." In October 2011, Basso moved the restaurant to the land of indulgence, pleasure, and poor short-term choices, Las Vegas. The new and improved restaurant
What happens in Vegas staying in Vegas does not count to the people dying, you know?
featured a public electronic cattle scale, as well as new signage reading "Fighting Anorexia since 2005.
Oh, this dude is completely insane. He's nuts. He's like cow balls. He's completely insane.
And send hate mail to, followed by their address. The new location also led to a brand new slogan.
Remember, the calories you eat in Vegas stay in Vegas.
As well as an instant increase in business.
What about people that live in Vegas?
Both doubled in terms of money, in terms of square footage.
However, the craziest change was without a doubt their menu. Despite their quadruple bypass already holding the record for the highest calorie burger, the Heart Attack Grill then doubled their invention, creating the octuple bypass burger, which featured 8 patties, 40 pieces of bacon, and 19,900 calories.
That's enough to kill someone. Yeah, no, she's all things in these restaurants are made to kill people.
At around the same point in time, the
I think if you ate poison, it would be more like in a better state than if you ate that burger.
Heart Attack Grill updated their website to include free video and images for the press, where the motivation for the octuple bypass burger became pretty obvious. They were trying to generate media attention, and this is exactly what they got. The new burger led to over 100 million views worth of exposure on YouTube, as different content creators visited the restaurant to see if they could eat it. Those who could, such as Matt Stoney, were given a ride out of the restaurant in a novelty wheelchair, although there were others who were forced to leave in an ambulance.
A customer at the Heart Attack Grill was rushed to the hospital after eating a sandwich called the Triple Bypass Burger.
In February 2012, an article was published titled, "Man Has Heart Attack While Eating at the Heart Attack Grill."
Hey, oh, that's great for marketing. Ooh. I'm gonna slap that bald head and yeah.
Which is followed by another article only 2 months later reading, "Heart Attack Grill lives up to its name again this week when a woman collapsed in their Las Vegas restaurant. This marks the second person to fall victim to their horrifically caloric food in less than a year, with a
and it's only gonna increase. Yeah, that's horrendous. Holy moly.
Heart Attack Grill responding in the most brand appropriate way, by bragging about it on their website. 2 ambulance departures in less than 60 days left an indelible mark on the Heart Attack Grill's public image. Dr. John delivered a clear message to the media that such tragedies shall inevitably continue due to having clientele which he refers to as being the avant-garde of nutritional risk takers.
He has the perfect villain speech. I think this guy's absolutely a villain. DreamWorks is gonna make a movie out of this guy. And it's all marketing since like 2005. All planned for this great movie. There's no way this dude is actually real.
Did that heart attack pad my wallet with money? Absolutely. Did I enjoy that? Absolutely.
Although this is still nothing compared to what would happen 1 year later. The Heart Attack Grill had a new unofficial spokesperson named John Alleman, who was recognized as the restaurant's most loyal customer. He never missed a day, even on Christmas, Basso said. People just loved him. He connected with people in a real way, although all of this changed on the 11th of February 2013. After chowing down on his daily feed at the grill, John Alleman suffered a heart attack and died while waiting for the bus at the front of the store.
How old? How old was he? He looked like 40 something, 30 something, but he could be like younger and he's just messed up for eating all that shit.
This led to Basso's craziest PR stunt to date.
They'll say it's grotesque. They'll say, how can you keep the man's cremation here?
With Basso keeping...
How is this dude not in a psych yard? You got rid of it. It's your fault this dude's out there killing people. Why'd you let... If the government take away psych yards, this dude should be locked up. What the heck?
In the cremation inside the restaurant, as he wants you to know his food kills so that maybe you'll stop eating junk. This man is willing to sacrifice his reputation and maybe even his humanity to try and make the world a healthier place. I respect him for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill humanity to save humanity. That's the same speech a supervillain would make. What is wrong with people? What is wrong with everyone?
Basso believes the restaurant helps customers to reflect on their own choices, having stated anybody who's over 350 pounds gets on that scale. We applaud them like the big sumo wrestler they are, treat them like a champ, make them feel good for that moment, give them free food all they want. But these people go home at night and they ponder that and say, wow, why did I just get free food and have the whole restaurant applauding for me? Because I'm a freak, plain and simple.
No, that's not how it works. That's not how the human mind works. This guy, eventually his restaurant's gonna be like this cheap part of the Little Nightmares. Everything's on cheap. The restaurant part being Little Nightmares. I swear, dude, it's a promise. That is gonna happen. It's gonna be the restaurant in Little Nightmares.
Before adding, I'm running an obesity intervention and I think it works. I really do. Everybody should check out our Facebook and see a lot of people say, hey Dr. John, I've lost 82 pounds since the last time I was in. It's the X factor, something that snapped in that person that said, wow, I'm gonna make a change in my life, and they did, and that's fabulous. With this sentiment also showing up in the YouTube comments. The Heart Attack Grill restaurant has motivated me to take care of myself, stick to my diet. The namesake restaurant actually sends a very positive message. If you don't take care of yourself today, you might find yourself eating a free meal at my restaurant in the not so distant future, because everyone over 350 pounds eats for free, and therefore Basso believes the restaurant is an overall positive.
I am a believer that
You can see my expression, right? I'm absolutely flabbergasted, freaked out, tomato potato something. Like, this guy's insane.
when people hear my message, the net health benefit to society is incredibly good.
However, you won't be surprised to hear that not everybody agrees.
I am bamboozled and babuino because of this guy. What the frick?
Deliberately trying to get people to eat more than they need.
With this being echoed by the legendary Anthony Bourdain, who stated, there is a restaurant in Vegas, I think it's called the Heart Attack Grill, where if you're over 350 pounds you eat for free. I think that should be pretty much a war crime. On top of this, a former waitress went public talking about her terrible time working at the restaurant, explaining that after a man passed out mid-meal, a manager made me take out my cell phone to record a video of the whole thing so they could send it to the media.
You should be called the police because of this. What the freak? If this is real, this is a police case, isn't it? Am I wrong to say, like, yeah, you can't just let a man faint out and you start recording and not doing anything.
It was on a Friday afternoon, and he hoped to
actually stopping people from helping so you can take videos. That should let someone in prison. Am I wrong to say?
Make the news so they could have a busy weekend. On the opposite end of the spectrum, a different waitress stated this.
I've been here 11 years. I enjoy this way too much.
So the experience clearly depends on which person you ask. In a different instance, the PCRM sent a letter to Basso asking him to declare moral bankruptcy and close the Heart Attack Grill.
A moral bankruptcy? You have no moral if you say that. That's the most stupid thing I ever heard, moral bankruptcy. I don't like this dude, but say, hey, you should file for moral bankruptcy. That sounds so stupid. Sorry.
However, given the restaurant earned $5.5 million in revenue last year, it seems obvious that Dr. John Basso and the Heart Attack Grill won't be going anywhere anytime soon.
Yeah, the moral bankruptcy broke me. Hey, you should file for moral bankruptcy. Sounds so stupid. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Mwah, I love ya.